There's an article that hotel guest wakes up to manager sucking his toes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this was I think in Nashville. Yeah, a hotel manager has been accused of entering a guest room and sucking on his toes while asleep. Metro Nashville Police Department charged David Neal, 52, with aggravated burglary and assault after reportedly cloning a key card and letting himself into the room of Peter Brennan. Brennan told WTVF he was sleeping at the Hilton downtown Nashville hotel when the alleged assault happened. I woke to a gentleman, an employee of Hilton, assaulting me. I instantly jumped up and was screaming, went into some sort of fact-finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing here? That's okay. First of all, that picture, my God, that guy. If ever there was a who him face on it, dude, like is that the actual mugshot of this guy?
Yep.
Yeah, you got me. That is the most low level sex offender face I've ever seen in my life. Like, look, if you're gonna get sexually assaulted, absolutely getting your toes sucked is the way to go. Right?
Yeah, that's
On,
the least invasive thing.
on the scale from toes sucked to Omar Gaddafi, right? Knife in the butthole. That's that's by far the apex. I don't know of anything that beats knife in the butthole. You're going toe sucking,
Of course, yeah.
right? I mean, he made it to work that day, right? For
I don't,
sure.
I don't know. Did you read the rest of his quotes in that article where he was like, "I'm still in therapy. I can't sleep at night."
No, hold on. I gotta keep what, but I love that the like he definitely sucked the right dude's toes, right? That like I jumped up and started screaming, went into fact finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? And what are you doing here? Like that's your response to some motherfucker sucking on your toes in the middle of the night. You don't just wake up a swinging.
This is Nashville. He's lucky he didn't wake up shooting. Everybody wants to be a cowboy in that town.
Right. I know, but I mean, is this guy a journalist or something that he started with the who, what, where, and whys of getting his feet assaulted? So
Ooh,
ridiculous.
conspiracy time. Is it possible this guy is an OnlyFans foot fetish star? So he was used to that and then was trying to figure out what the guy was doing in his room.
Unclear, but here's the rest of it. I could see he was wearing a uniform. He had some name tag on. He was talking to me, but not giving any substantive answers. Neil admitted entering the room, but told officers he could smell smoke. Brennan claims. Oh yeah, no, he did actually say that. Brennan claims the alleged assault has left him with PTSD and trouble sleeping. I still don't feel safe in my own home. Dude, yeah. Now Brennan plans on suing the hotel. Oh, that is gold, dude. And that's very solid things to claim as the side effects of what your PTSD are, right? It's not like catching a case where it's like you got to fake having a bad back for 10 years and you can't be out in public. Just can't sleep, dude.
And how quickly is the hotel going to want to settle?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the Hiltons want to wrap this one up.
Their statement was basically, it's a franchise we leased out. We have nothing to do with this company. We didn't hire that individual. Like that, their
It's
whole
just an
statement was
empty
like,
box.
good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna want to get some distance between on that one. But but it's so crazy that this guy had this ability for so long, and like, I mean, was this the first guy? Right when I did a military tour in Korea, they all the you have like the base TV, and literally every commercial break was a call to action to come forward for soldiers if they've been sexually assaulted, because apparently there's like a real problem with like underreported sexual assaults amongst the military. So, is it possible that this dude's just been sucking off Tootsies for decades? Put that face up again. Tell me that ain't the face of a guy. Dude, that's a repeat offender. That's the face of you finally got me.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Because you don't start by sucking the toes, right? That's not going to be your go-to move. You're going to just go stare at them a couple of times, things like that, and you're going to escalate to actually licking would be my guess.
Right. But also all the articles about it, there's like some good-looking foot sticking out from under the,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sheets, almost blaming the foot for being too enticing.
What's
But
the foot look like?
yeah, dude, this whole thing reminded me of I've got a buddy. At one point, I was running a Canadian flop house that I had all these Canadian comics living at my house, and they were going crazy because this thing blew up while they were here. That Pat Bircher, who's hilarious, he posted a thing to a Toronto comic Facebook group that was like, "Hey, when I was first starting out, Trix told me if I let him take pictures of my feet, he would give me a an Xbox." And Trix was like the urban headliner comic at the time, and like literally like 100 other comics came forward and said that they fell for the exact same thing. But they're all so dumb and naively Canadian about it that like I got to get Pat on to talk about it. That it blew up into like a 5,000 comment thread that was one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life. And this dude, he disappeared for a while, and then he actually came back with a special called Undefeated. But my buddy wound up in front of a fireplace. It was like he always said that it was part of a scavenger hunt, and it was like, yeah, man, my the final thing that I need to win this Xbox, and I'll give it to you if I win it, is that I've got to get pictures, or I got to get a video of a white comedian with the initials PB wiggling their toes. And it's like, my initials are PB. Right? So it was always something that they couldn't possibly refuse because they were the only person who qualified for this scavenger hunt. And this fucking retard winds up laying on his tum-tum in front of a fire, like on a bearskin rug or some shit, while reading like Hulk Hogan's biography, wiggling his tootsies. But
God.
nobody ever knew where these videos went, and like nobody ever saw the videos, and they don't know if he was using it for his own private jack-off material, or if he was which is most likely, or if he was selling it or some shit, because I know a girl from Philly that was making bank that she was doing foot fetish porn, and she had a Japanese guy that it was something like $5,000 a video, and she made one like quarterly for him, that she was doing foot mukbangs, that she would get a fat guy, and her and another dominatrix would get all kinds of food and just smash it into the guy's face with their feet. And of course you don't have to pay this guy to do it. And she would pay her friend like a couple $100, and then she just like paid her rent on smashing food. And the best part of that is that there was no face. So fellas, we
Wow.
are far behind. This episode has just gotten away from me.